Hey guys, what's going on? Inception here, and today we're going to be doing a formation video for the 4-3-2-1. This is a formation that is probably the top 3 formations in the game. I would say it's my third favorite formation behind the 4-1-2-2 bracket 2, and I believe the other one was the 4-3-1-2. So this is the third best formation in the game, in my opinion. These are the type of players you guys are going to want to have in your team. I'm going to be listing the instructions and the type of players you're going to want to have in each position, so let's get started with that. So for the goalkeepers, again, goalkeepers is the most general thing. You always want to have goalkeepers that are tall, have actual good goalkeeping stats, and can have long throw. Those 3 are the most important things that you want to have for your goalkeeper always. Every single time you want to choose a goalkeeper, always think of those 3 different things, right? For your center backs, again, the center backs need to have medium high, or low high work rates. They got to be a decent height, so 6'1", 6'4". Chris Smalling is one of the best center backs in the game, in my opinion. I think he's very physically strong in the game, and it helps him so much, Koscielny is also a very good center back. Defending, pace, and physical is really important for your center back, so definitely recommend these 2. This is an example of a squad that I'm showing you guys if you guys want to make a team that's a lot cheaper that you can use that's actually a good team. Kyle Walker and Van Aanholt are the fullbacks here. This is because of the BPL squad. Kyle Walker, I would say, is the best right back for the BPL, unless you get like the team of the season versions of Bellerin and stuff, but Kyle Walker's card is very good because he is very good defensively, physically, and with good pace, so it definitely helps as well. 5'10" is not a bad height. 5'10" is a pretty decent height to have. If you can get taller fullbacks, it would definitely be more important because of the fact that when you have that physical trait, you want to be able to outbody someone, so it definitely helps to be a taller presence with a good physique in game. With the left back, we have Van Aanholt. Now, I know he's not the tallest player. He's 5'9". He has high medium, but for the BPL, he's probably the best left back for the BPL. There's also Zuniga, but Zuniga is a left back with a right foot. He prefers the right foot. So Van Aanholt has a left foot, or he uses his left foot more often, and he has a 3-star weak foot. So it's definitely more helpful there. I think Zuniga has 4-star skills, but 2-star weak foot. So I wouldn't recommend doing that. Van Aanholt does have a lot of pace. He has 88 pace, and his physique is actually really good considering he's 5'9". 5'9" with a good physique definitely helps with the pace and physical aspects. So I would definitely recommend using someone like Van Aanholt. For your center mid, you're going to want to have players that are medium high, medium, high. Sometimes you might want to have high medium as well, depending on the player that you choose. But with the 3 work rates we got here, we have Willian with high work rates, Ramirez with high work rates, and Rooney with medium high work rates. So they'll move around the pitch really nicely. And again, don't think that the work rates will completely affect the way that they move around the pitch, because positioning and stuff like that, positioning vision and stuff like that is very important in order for you to see where they position themselves among the field. So definitely those type of work rates for those type of players. I have these 3 as an example. You could have put in like Mark Mkhitaryan there as well. You want to try your best to get people who are defensive, because I feel like it's more important to have a defensive type of player than an attacking type of player in your 4-3-2-1. But the thing is that I think Ramirez is very good in that department. He's very solid in defensive area, where he's a very quick player. He's not very good at the attacking aspect. You want to have a good balance between someone who can attack and defend. If you guys watch my 4-1-2-2 bracket 2 video, you see that I have players like Marquisio and stuff. And Marquisio is a very, very good center defensive mid, because he just moves around the pitch really nicely, and he can attack and defend. Attacking and defending is very important. Don't think of the center mids as just an attacking player or just a defending player. You need to think of it in both senses, where they can attack and defend really well. So that's why I chose these 3 cheap options. I know I believe this might be the pink Willian, but you can get his lower rated card, and it's a lot better too. He has an inform card that's pretty good as well. I've used him as a center mid in a 4-1-2-2 bracket 2 formation as well, and he's pretty good there too. So yeah, this is one of the teams that I would recommend for you guys to use. Again, for the left forward and right forward, you're going to want to have players that have high medium, high, or high low work rates. Those are definitely the ones that you want to have. The reason why I have Mkhitaryan here instead of someone like Shaqiri is because Mkhitaryan has a 5-star weak with a 4-star skills boost, and he's also 5'10". Shaqiri is shorter, and that's a huge problem in FIFA, because your physicality in the game is very important. So when you're a bigger type of player with 71 physical and his physique is pretty decent in game, it definitely helps the physical aspect of the game. Hazard's a lot shorter, but he's definitely a solid player, but he has his moments as well because of his height. Same thing with Aguero. Aguero's also 5'8", and his height definitely screws him sometimes, but still very solid players in general. Definitely players that I would recommend to have in those certain positions. So for your center mids, you're going to want to have players that are on stay back while attacking. Now, this depends on you, so you have to look at the movement of the players, right? So if stay back while attacking is not working out, that they're not cutting out passing lanes and stuff, you're going to want to put them on stay on the edge of the box, because it positions them in a different way. But again, you guys need to think that there's a lot more to FIFA than just work rates. He's a center mid, and his positioning. There's a lot more to it. There's a lot of certain situations that happen that put your players in certain positions. So you would have to, I would say, to experiment between the balance crossing runs and the stay on the edge of the box. Balance crossing runs makes it so that middle passes are more overpowered, but it also makes it so that your midfielders do push up a lot more. So if you want them to stay back a little bit more, it's probably going to be something that doesn't happen as often. For the center mids, again, you can, experiment with the interceptions as well. The aggressive interception seems to work sometimes in this game as well. So I would definitely recommend experimenting with that as well. But I would keep it on stay back while attacking, and that would be it for all 3 center mids. So for the front 3, we have them on getting behind and press back line. And the reason for that is that, players in this game always make those really overpowered middle runs, and this just helps with that factor. Now again, you might want to experiment with this, because the get in behind sometimes does screw you. So you might want to try it out on the balanced attack for the left forward and the right forward, just so you can have more of an option towards passing to your left forward and right forward, so that Aguero can make the middle run, and so that your left forward and right forward can also make those middle runs. But for me personally, I think I would put it on get in behind, but I would switch in between the balanced attack and get in behind, depending on how the players run around the pitch. If I notice that they're pushing up too much, then I would definitely put them back to balanced attack, so that they don't run too far up the pitch where I just don't have any passes to be made, so I don't have to go backwards and I can actually pass the ball forward. So I would definitely recommend either of those two, but always leave it on press the back line, because you always want to put the pressure on the defensive area. So I would definitely leave it at that. So these are also the tactics that I use, just in case you guys don't know the tactics that I use. I always rotate between these tactics, Sometimes I'm not always going to keep it as the same thing. Sometimes I want to experiment with different things. Sometimes with the chance creation, I'll leave it up to 60 or 65, and then sometimes I'll leave it the shooting on 65. But in a general sense, I would probably leave the shooting at 55 and the passing on low, so that you get players who are closer to you but don't actually make all those middle runs, right? So you need to really experiment with your tactics. The only thing that I never change from my tactics is probably my defensive line, because the pressure, aggression, and team width, I believe, is from Juventus. Juventus's team in FIFA, and when I use them, I really like the way that their defense was set up, so that's why I really enjoy using this tactic in particular for the defense. But everything else, you guys really need to experiment and see the movement of the players on the pitch, and see if you like the way that they're positioned and where they are specifically on the pitch. It's very important in terms of movement. It's all about movement in FIFA. That's what tactics is all about. That's why you should experiment to the point where you notice that players are always in the right position at the right time for you. So that's what's really important, is always experimenting. But this is what I recommend for the people who do want to copy the tactics. That's pretty much going to do it for the video, guys. If you guys haven't used the formation, I would definitely recommend it. It's a lot of fun to use for sure. It's the top 3 formations in the game for FIFA, because of all the middle runs that happen in this game. So I would definitely recommend you guys using the formation if you guys haven't already. But that's pretty much going to do it for this video, guys. I hope you guys did enjoy. If you guys did enjoy the video, please drop a thumbs up on it, and I'll see you guys later.